Hey y'all, what's up? This is your girl AWTM and we are back with a Sistas recap. This is season 7, episode 18. The episode is entitled Where Do Broken Hearts Go? And in the episode's description it reads, Gary forces Andi's hand as she makes a heartbreaking decision. Karen finds solace with Danny and with Zach. Danny attempts to defend her behavior around Tony's kids. And Sabrina meets someone new who is interested in her personal life. So we're going to go ahead and jump on right into it. You know what to do. Please like, share, subscribe, follow. So the episode starts off with Andi kind of coming upstairs to her office and recovering from what happened in the parking garage. Now in the last episode, it ended with Gary kind of giving her an ultimatum that either she marries him or he's going to ruin Jordan. So she's still kind of upset and recovering from that. She gets a call from Penelope kind of verifying that they are going to take Gary down. Now at the bank, there's a commotion. Of course, Maurice is a part of this commotion. They notice there's a new bank customer, and it turns out he's there to interview Sabrina about her being the first black bank manager with the company. So he wants to do an article on her, and he wants to take her out to dinner to do so. So it looks like he's an attractive guy. He might be attracted to Sabrina as well, so maybe Rich will get the boot for real. Now, Karen gets a call from her mom while she's at the salon, and her mom reminds her that, she's her mother, but she can't replace the twins' father, so she can't just be there for everything that she needs as far as her babies are concerned. They do have two good dads, and she reminds her of that. Now, Karen expresses while she's on the phone that she is kind of sick of Pam. Pam is taking on this new entrepreneurial role where she's making all this money with her hair products, but she used Karen's salon and some of Karen's money to start up her business, and now she's rolling in the money, and Karen's having problems paying her bills, so she wants Pam to kind of pay her back or try to pay her due because she did help her in the beginning and Karen is now struggling. So I think Pam does owe her some money because she was using the company credit card to start her business and to buy products. So we'll see what happens with that. Tiffany arrives at Danny's house and Tiffany said the polite thing to do would be to invite me in. Girl, you got your nerve. Danny says that I'm not polite, so that sucks for you. To which Tiffany responded, I believe sucking is what I find you on your knees doing in front of my husband. No, this trick didn't. I know she didn't. So Danny reminds her once again that that's her ex-husband. Tiffany pulled out a vape pen from a backpack or her purse or whatever it was and blames Danny for her child having it. Danny asks how she get it, and she must have taken it. Tiffany says she wasn't watching her kids while they were in her presence and that she's a bad influence on them. Tiffany started to go too far and claim that she could break Danny and Tony up. All she would have to do is tell him or paint the picture that Danny is really not a good influence for her kids and she's not good to be around them. So as she was walking out after she said all this craziness, and I would have had to hold myself back because you really trying it. After she was walking out, she actually bumped Danny. And Danny was like, you get one. No, she wouldn't have got that one because she would have got dragged all over and through that apartment. Now, back at the law office, Fatima enters Andi's office and she notices there's something wrong with her. And all Andi really could get out before they get interrupted was that Gary is him. He's trying to ruin my life. At Gary's office, Tamara pops up in her freakum dress to tell Gary it's time to pay up. He starts to berate and degrade her so much to the point to where she got to the point where she wanted to hit him. So he grabs her arm and then he kisses her. And he's like, yeah, see, I can have you anytime I want you, right? And then he told her to take her stank PA out of his office and do some kegels because it's a little bit too loose for his liking. Damn. Anyway, so she is so mad and so upset, she hawks up and spits at him and tells him he doesn't know who he's messing with and leaves his office. Now, Karen calls up Zach and invites him to her ultrasound, and surprisingly, she also invites Fatima. So I'm glad she's kind of getting over that she doesn't want Fatima around thing because that is his fiance, and maybe she's finally realizing that she has to accept her as well. Now at the airport, Danny is in Tony's office and she's going in on his kids and Tiffany, telling him he needs to whip his daughter. Tony disagrees with her. He agrees that Tiffany was wrong, but then he flips it back on Danny, saying that she should be more careful when the kids are around. So Danny says, no, you should have your kids not be thieves or taking things or touching things they're not supposed to touch. And also, the kids should have parents that teach them not to take others' things. So this kind of rubbed Tony the wrong way. And this is where Danny kind of got up and exited his office. Now, Fatima is still in Andi's office and she gets interrupted again. This time it's a phone call from Zach. Zach is letting her know that Karen invited them to go to the ultrasound. She said she wouldn't be able to make it because of the things that were going on at work. When she hangs up the call, she asks Andi again what's going on. And before they could talk about it, they get interrupted saying that Miss Willis will be on her way upstairs. Now, Danny goes to the salon to see Karen, and they both express how they really feel betrayed by each other. Like, Danny told her that she always, kind of puts her down and belittles her. And Karen expressed that she was wrong for, telling Zach to get a paternity test and also telling the news about the twins before she got to tell anyone. So they kind of hashed it out and made up. They kind of hugged. So I'm glad that they did, make back up. Now, Zach scrambles for a babysitter and he calls Nate. And I know he didn't do that. His crackhead, druggy brother. I don't know why he would call Nate. But Deja ends up coming over to pay her rent. And he asks Deja, which is the next door neighbor and also his tenant, could she watch Michael while he goes to do what he needs to do with Karen. And she agrees. Now, Fatima is going to have a fit. Back at the law office, Miss Marie tells Hayden that he better find proof, like he said he would, that her husband has been unfaithful to her. And he's promising that he will. Now, Pam pops up at the office handing out samples and sees Miss Marie, and she kind of fans out. Hayden calls her some kind of hood rat or something like that, and she checks Hayden, and Miss Marie is like, oh, I like that in you. So they start talking and kind of walk off. Andi questions Hayden's ability to get that information. He tells her don't worry about it. Then she gets a text from Gary telling her that the clock is ticking. Zach arrives at the appointment and Aaron and Karen's mother is already there, and they look at the twins and he says they're beautiful. Fatima arrives home to find that Deja is there and quickly kicks her out. Deja actually looked like she was scared for her life because Fatima don't play. Zach arrives home and Fatima lets him know that he better not ever, under any circumstances, have Deja over there watching Michael again. Now at dinner, the reporter that was at the bank earlier starts to interview Sabrina. He talks about her personal life and she says that she wants children. Rich actually pops up on them and thinks she's on a date. So he feels kind of silly when he finds out it's a reporter trying to do a story on her. And then the reporter starts to ask about them having children together. And Sabrina lets him know that she's actually on that journey solo. Rich feels kind of embarrassed and looks stupid, which he should. But why are y'all together again if you both don't want the same things? Now, Andi knocks on Jordan's door and says she has to break up with him. She's using the excuse that they haven't worked out for some time and making it very dramatic and drawn out. And she's like, it's not going to work. To me, it just seems like they were kind of putting on for Gary since they know that the apartment is bugged, but I don't know. I don't know if she actually told Jordan what was going on or if she's just going to go ahead and go through the plan as it is. We will see. So that brings us to the end of this episode. There was not a lot of exciting moments or a lot of action on this episode. Hopefully we will see more action on the up and coming episode. I will try to do an early thoughts and impressions for that episode tomorrow before it actually airs. And this has been AWTM. Please get in the comments and let me know what you think about these episodes. And if there's anything else that you want to see, let me know as well. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, or follow. And I will see you next time. Bye.